welcome to Mind Your Business, the channel where we are in at everybody's business. If you don't mind getting in people's business, you're on the right channel. Talking about current topics and gossip. So is anybody missing quad out there at the moment who's tuned in to the show? Because it does seem like it's not as drama filled. I was hoping that Phaedra would bring a lot more drama, but I don't feel like we're getting a lot of what's going on with Phaedra that we should be. But let's get into it. Well, guys, people, my inclusive crew, let's talk about Married to Medicine. So for this episode, we pick up with Toya and Eugene, Dr. Eugene. And Toya is basically talking about she wants to do more date nights and she wants him to put more of an effort in, and talking about, obviously last year, where she thought it was difficult because, she found that she's a bit lonely sometimes because obviously he's a doctor and obviously he works long hours. He does 12-hour shifts. She's there trying to compare her, housewife life to being, doing a 12-hour shift. So I'm like, yeah, let's not do that, Toya, because we know it's different. Yes, being a at-home mum can be a lot of work, plus you're doing your own thing at the side. But let's be real, your kids are older now. They go off to school. You get them up later. We see that you get a chance to go out and have tennis and do your little thing. So it's not quite the same there. But anyway, he basically says that, he's happy doing simple date nights. She wants him to make more effort, and how he used to kind of woo her a little bit more when they were a bit younger, and she wants him to be a bit more attentive. So he does agree to do more. I thought it was hilarious when she said, basically back in the day, if she wanted to do a bit of wine tasting at home, it would be romantic, but now she's got the wine club, it's not romantic anymore. So I'm like, yeah, Toya, that's because you decided to go and do wine club as a business, so that's fine. But cut the man some slack sometimes, isn't it? Jeez. But anyway, he agrees to take her out. So I do like Toya, but sometimes she comes across as quite demanding and entitled at sometimes in her delivery, because I'm like, you just come across a bit harsh sometimes, just chill. Anyway, we also see Dr. Simone and Cecil. They're helping their boys move in. So, Dr. Simone's super happy because, she cannot wait for them to come out the yard. So, we see them helping them in with that. And we see her leaving condoms around the house. So I'm like, Lord have mercy, we get it. You don't want to be a grandma just yet. But is this how you're doing it? Just leaving it all over the yard? Okay. Anyway, we also see Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon. They're basically talking about being empty nesters because obviously Laura is leaving to go off to university. You see Dr. Damon get a bit emotional, and we also hear Dr. Heavenly talk about her sister and talking to Dr. Damon about, whether she should reach out to her again or not. And obviously he's encouraged her to do that. He believes in family and said that if he had a brother in that situation, he would definitely, reach out. We do see an unlikely duo to me so far because I don't really know much about Dr. Alicia, but we see her meet up with Phaedra. So I think they're quite unlikely duo. I think they put them together because obviously they're the latest to join Married to Med cast, so maybe that's why they did that. But anyway, I thought it was interesting that Phaedra was saying that she felt a bit hurt when Heavenly shared what Quad was saying about her, and said that she hasn't really spoken to her since then. She made me laugh talking about, she'd have been better off speaking to Jesus than to Dr. Heavenly, because everyone knows Dr. Heavenly can't hold no water. We don't see much of Phaedra's life at the moment. I feel like we're not really getting a proper insight into what is going on with Phaedra. We just see her here and there, and she's just in the mix of everybody else. But what's going on with her? What's going on with her dating a doctor? We know that the original doctor she was dating is not happening anymore. But didn't she say that she was dating another doctor? So we don't see what's really going on with her and what she's doing, apart from the fact that we know that she stays busy getting those qualifications and studying, and she's got more jobs than quite a few people that I know. She's got more jobs than the average person, because I'm like, you're a lawyer, and then you've also got this whole mortician business, and now we see later on that you've also been studying Reiki. So I was like, okay. And she shares that she's been studying Reiki. She talks about studying Reiki with Dr. Alicia, and Dr. Alicia said that she was she broke her Reiki virginity, basically. So she allowed her to do Reiki on her from before. So I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. So maybe there is a little friendship there that we just don't know about. So we need to see a bit more of that. I thought it was interesting when she also spoke about yoni crystals and, soul ties, and it helping to deal with that. I like holistic stuff. So I was thinking, okay, this is interesting to see this being shown, particularly because it's on Married to Med, which is more about the medicines. I've also caught her shade about, she's thinking that Reiki would be good for the ladies because they go from 0 to 100, faster than any Porsche that she's had. So I was like, she's still got her quick whips, but I'd like to see more of Phaedra and what's going on with her. It feels a bit surface level at the moment. So I was thinking, actually, you know, because Quad does add some spice to the show as well, maybe they can use this whole Phaedra being upset with Quad about what she said to Dr. Heavenly as a way to kind of bring her back in, if they are going to bring her back in properly. We also see Sweet Tea and her husband, Dr. G, also talking about her surgery and basically, you know, them wanting to have a baby, and him obviously being a bit disappointed that obviously she can't really just have a baby just like that. She has to deal with, you know, her health concerns. So we go back to Toya and Eugene, and he takes her out on a date. Like, he sorts out a private dining situation, which I think was really cute of Eugene. He seemed like he was definitely in his element because of the fact that it was around food. He likes cooking, and they had their private chef. But Toya, I feel like she came across a bit rude, because how you walk into the place talking about, oh, well, he told me to dress up. Like, the place doesn't look trampy. Like, what's your problem? So I was a bit like, okay, love, just chill out a bit. Just chill out a bit. But it was a cute day. Of course, you know, Toya being Toya, her usual self, just about gave him a decent score. But they looked like they had a cute little time anyway. It was cute to see them out. Now, it did end with Phaedra doing her Reiki session, which I thought looked interesting because, you know, I'm into alternative health anyway. So this was an interesting thing to watch. So the ladies were cracking me up, though, because I was like, look at Dr. Simone. She's really checking out this man and trying to get her flirt on with this Reiki master and looking at his tattoos. I was like, They all seemed a bit excited when they realised that he was, you know, ordained. I know Dr. Heavenly definitely is pricked up a bit more, like, okay, because I feel like she's looking at it like, is Reiki something to do with the devil or something? Do you know what I mean? It's like, there are things out here, people, that the Most High has also put out here for us to come and explore. But anyway, I haven't done Reiki, but I've heard it's really interesting, and it looks interesting. I thought it was interesting because of the fact that, you know, you could see that Dr. Heavenly had a kind of response to it. Dr. Simone cracked me up because she just dropped asleep. I feel like she dropped asleep anytime she gets a chance to. And Dr. Jackie sounds like she did too. But yeah, I thought it was interesting that it was Dr. Heavenly that said, yeah, she'll take up the one-to-one. Because she seemed quite surprised by the sensations that she was having, and it felt positive. Now, Sweet Tea, in her little confessional, made me laugh, because while she exposing herself about when she went to go and see her Reiki person, and the person told her about her future, and I was thinking, are you sure that's a Reiki person? Maybe it sounds more like someone who does, like, you know, it sounded more like a fortune teller or someone who does horoscopes or a reader or something. Anyway, but maybe she does a bit of both. But she said that basically the person told her that she was going to marry a wealthy man, yeah? So I'm just like, you just keep throwing yourself out there like as a gold digger, essentially, because this isn't the first time you said this. Anyway, I thought it was interesting, yes, when Heavenly did have her own little one-to-one session as well, and them noticing that, you know, there's a bit of blockage around the heart and Phaedra. But yeah, I like that Phaedra also told Heavenly that, you know, you're carrying this, you know, you're carrying something on your heart to do with your sister. And when Heavenly said, oh yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the bitch, she's like, yeah, it might help you stop calling her a bitch for starters. Do you know what I mean? It's like, seriously, woman. I know she just can't help it. It was interesting. And I was thinking, yes, Heavenly with her little facey self and quick mouth, yes, I'm sure she can definitely do with releasing some energy. Yeah, let the good vibes flow through. Let the good vibes flow through. Even though she does make me laugh, I can't lie. But anyway, the other ladies were outside, and you've got Sweet Tea thanking all the ladies, you know, for being supportive, and you can tell that she kind of enjoys the fact that she can lean on these doctors, essentially, do you know what I mean, as friends. But yeah, we don't know how long that's going to last, because clearly, currently online, you know, her and Heavenly have been getting into it, ain't they? So I don't know how much that's going to be the case. Now, one thing I do think about with Sweet Tea is I do see a lot of people online, on social, talking about, oh, you know, insinuating that Sweet Tea might have known that she had issues, you know, fertility issues prior to, you know, linking up with Dr. G. And we know Dr. Heavenly's kind of alluded to this now recently as well. So what do people think? Do you guys think that she kind of knew that she had issues and is just playing it up for the show? Or do you feel like she's found out more about the more recent seriousness of it all on the show? Or do you think she kind of made a play for Dr. G, knowing that she had all these issues, but she just wanted to get her wealthy man? What do you guys think about that? But yeah, it felt like kind of a light episode, not really much going on. It was definitely no drama, and I think that's because there's no quad, essentially. Because I feel like that's where some of the drama does come from. I feel like Phaedra can bring it, but she's not going to bring it just to bring it. I think like she'd done it already with the whole bringing quad in. But I feel like she's still got more to give there, so I'd like to see more out of her. When it comes to Quad, I feel like, yes, we're missing some drama with Quad at the moment. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, she was friends with them, but not so much on good terms. So then where does she fit at the moment? Hence why I feel like Phaedra could be a good in for her if they decide to explore that issue around, you know, her talking crap about her to Heavenly. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Or do you feel like Quad needs to just kind of move on now because she's no longer married? He's got a new wife. And so, like, leave space for her to do her thing now. And maybe focusing on the newer additions. So, Phaedra and Dr. Alicia and Sweet Tea. And let's see what social media had to say. Here are some entertaining tweets. But yeah, I think it was just an okay episode. Nothing like to go mad about. Like, it was an alright episode. Anyway, next week it looks like we'll hear more from Dr. Alicia's husband, who sounds to me at the moment a bit like a caveman. So we shall see where I'll go on with that one there. But what did you guys think of the show this week? Do you think it's missing Quad? Do you think they need to like bring her back in pronto, or do you feel like they need to, you know, add some more dimensions to it? I feel like we need to get more into what the hell's going on with Phaedra, personally. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts below. Yes, so thanks for watching that. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and hit that notification bell so you know when I am uploading some more of people's business. So until then, my nosy people, stay blessed.